Welcome back to the 410 Show. My name is Adrian Pope, your host. I'm here with Parlay Tay. Pardon me, Parlay Tay, for being so formal. Big interview with Dr. Kevin Parsons. I just got finished meeting with that gentleman there. We're going to have that for you in just a bit, so make sure you pay attention to the channel and catch that one there. Big interview there. But we got to get back to this preseason marathon. Parlay Tay, how you doing today?
Doing good, man. How you feeling?
It's a marathon, so you know what it is, man. No sleep. Got to sit here and think about preseason all day long and who the Ravens going to have to face to get to this Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So we got to deal with the NFC to get the job done at the end of the road here. So let's talk about the NFC. We're going to start with the NFC East, obviously. We got Philadelphia in the NFC East. We need to talk about them and what they look like because obviously they are kind of the cream of the crop right now in the NFL. Would you agree, Parlay Tech?
The Eagles are real good. The Eagles are definitely, they got, they're bringing back Saquon. Of course, he didn't really have that great of a year last year, but I think he bounces back. He's just too good of a player to not. They lost A.J. Brown, but they drafted Mekhi Lemon. That's not a replacement for A.J. Brown. He's a rookie. He's not A.J. Brown by any means. Devontae Smith has looked exceptional when A.J. Brown's not on the field. I expect him to still do the things that he was doing, maybe even a little bit more. So the offense should be pretty good. And I think the Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFC East, and that's a tough division to be one of the best teams in. But they've been doing it year in and year out, and I expect some more from the same from the Eagles.
I agree. It's a tough division, Tay. Maybe the best division in football. I can't really say that they have a weak team. Obviously, we'll talk about them in just a minute. Injuries play a part in that assessment. But the Eagles, they still have Slim Reaper. Saquon Barkley can still get you 2,000 yards if you block for him correctly. Dallas got it, like you said. I mean, they're still loaded when it comes to offensive firepower. Of course, the rookie Lemon projected to be really good. But once again, we know how rookies can go. They can come, they can go. Some of them are strong starting off. Some of them take a couple years to develop. So we'll see how his career pans out. But their defense is always loaded. Nothing different this year. They're pretty much playing bully ball on the line. So, yeah, I mean, the Eagles, they're going to be in the mix. But, like I said, because their division is so tough, maybe they get beat up on a little bit through the year. We see how that plays a part and what happens in the playoffs, because I do predict that they're going to make the playoffs. Moving on from them, obviously the biggest show on turf, the Dallas Cowboys. Parlay Tay, have you checked out anything they've been doing? Jerry's world is always a special world to be in.
They knew where their weakness was at, and they went straight to defense in the draft. And everybody saw that. Everybody knew that. They got all the same pieces on offense. We know CD, GP, they both going to go off. Javonte Williams is solid in the backfield. Dak is going to do his thing too. I kind of think Dak has gone. Keeps progressing. He's a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for. He's a good quarterback. So I think Dallas is also going to be very competitive in this division, and their defense will be better. And we'll see what happens.
I agree. I don't know. I mean, they paid Dak a lot of money, so I think somebody knows his value somewhere, right? But Dallas, they're the sore story for a lot of Dallas fans. Shout out to my man Felix. Felix, I know you checking this out. Probably got your cowboy hat on, sitting in the den, ready to go for the year. But just like old Stephen A., and I can't get enough of Stephen A. when he gets on the Dallas Cowboys. It's pretty much year after year after year with them. A lot of promise, nothing finished at the end of the rainbow here for them. So once again, plenty of promise this year. They did focus on defense in the draft, which I thought was a really good idea since their defense was historically maybe the worst in the league there. So, that you got to attack that. But obviously they just made that big trade. How does that look with Parsons getting hurt up there in Green Bay now? I don't know. We got to revisit that, see how Parsons look. But I do think Dallas has a good chance to make the playoffs. Once again, are they going to finish the job? I know if I have to put some money on it, I know what I'm going to bet, Parlay Tay, but we'll see, man. High hopes for them once again. They've been making moves on defense. I think that they will be better defensively, which is going to help the offense out. and they'll be able to rely on Javonte Williams a little bit more instead of having Dak back there just scrambling around, throwing them Hail Marys for Pickens, or CeeDee Lamb, which Pickens just got paid, so you got to use them. You're paying them all that money, you got to throw them the ball. Paid. So, I mean, they got to keep throwing the ball. So, but I would like to see them scale back, run the ball a little more if their defense is okay. If their defense is still middle of the road at best, they might have to go with that high-powered offensive move. Moving on, though, we have a couple other great teams in this division. One team, unfortunately, just took a great L. We got to talk about them. They're like our cousin, kind of, sort of. They right across the border. And then what's crazy is growing up, it depends on what area you're in. But if you're a pre-96 baby, you probably know a little bit about the Redskins, right? And so you still kind of, when they play, you kind of be like, I kind of hope they do okay. Some of y'all are like, I don't care what happens, right? But the Commanders now, they have Jaden Daniels, which is probably one of the best young talents in the league at the quarterback, Parlay Tay. Like I said, I just mentioned that injury. Tell everybody what you think now. And with the injury, tell them who got hurt and what do you think their chances are now.
Laramie Tunsil got hurt. That's a big piece of the offensive line that they were trying to fix from last year, which was atrocious. So we're going to see how the offensive line, they did get a couple other pieces on that line, so we'll see how it holds up. They're going to need it to hold up because they need to protect who their best player is in Jaden Daniels. And that's going to be as far as they get. I mean, they're going to go, look, they got them a new weapon. They got Steph Diggs. They still got Scary Terry. So they got some weapons. In the backfield, you got Little Bill.
Well, Little Bill played okay last year. They don't have a line, so I'm a reserve judgment on him. For sure, I root for him. If they're not playing the Ravens, of course, they're like the cousins of us, so I don't mind rooting for them. I want to see Jaden Daniels do well, young black quarterback. But unfortunately, with that Tunsil injury, he's probably going to be scrambling for his life again this year, and I wish him the best. But get rid of the ball quick, buddy. They coming for you. You do have a great receiver tandem down there. Of course, it's a sore subject for me that Stephon Diggs wasn't able to make his way over to the bank, but I'm sure there was reasons. I'm not down there, so I can't say. But once again, another Maryland product, not right here at the bank. I think we were just talking about that. So I do think they're going to be good, but I think the injury hurts them. Let's see how they can kind of replace that with if it's going to be a committee situation or they find a diamond in the rough that can get over there and protect them, Parlay Tay. But without that,
they're going to go as far as Jaden Daniels will take them. And he's got to stay on the field. I do believe in Jaden Daniels as being one of the better quarterbacks in the league, though.
He can't take any hits.
I mean, he's got to stay on the field.
He can't take those hits.
We're going to see. I mean, none of these guys can really take these hits. They need to get down and get away.
He's running into the fire.
Yeah, he needs to stop running into the fire
and
learn to get out of bounds or slide. I mean, kind of like Lamar does. He's not taking on these guys.
Well, he understands. Lamar understands that they're trying to make a mixtape out of hitting him,
and
right?
Jaden Daniels needs to understand
they're going to try to make a mixtape out of that, man. And there's going to be some highlights, some AI created footage. You get your helmet knocked off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, no, I wish him the best, though. Definitely shout out to all the Commander fans that's out there. Wish y'all the best there. Somebody got to get out there and block for that man, though. Let's get to the next team in the division, which, once again, depending on what side of the fence you on here in the Flock Nation, you're going to be feeling one kind of way or another about the Giants, right? Harbaugh, he's just left after almost 2 decades of his tenure here. What do you think he's going to do out there in New York?
I think that they're going to struggle a little bit that first year. He does have a lot of pieces, but I'm not sure what's going on with Malik Neighbors, if he's healthy, if he's not healthy. I think he's still kind of hurt. They're trying to rush him up to a little bit, maybe too fast, and maybe he doesn't have that kind of season that he is capable of. And then you got Scatterboo in the backfield, and we were talking earlier. He's just crazy. He reminds me of a UFC fighter.
He's got heart, man.
He's doing backflips. He's a wild dude. I do like him as a running back, though. And Jackson Dart, I think the jury's still out on Jackson Dart. We're gonna see. He had a couple good games. He had a couple not so good games. I need to see more. We didn't get to see enough of Jackson Dart for me to say this guy's great or this guy's just, he's okay. So we'll see this year.
I agree, Parlay Tay. The tape definitely, there's not a lot of it on Jackson Dart. I don't know coaching wise or whatever was going on, but they didn't want to throw the ball much. They were using him as a running back last year. I highly recommend them not using Jackson Dart as a running back. But Neighbors coming off that injury bothers me a lot because I think they kind of have a little bit of pressure there in New York to perform, especially with the coaching change there. So I hope they don't rush him back, but he is a great talent when they do have him on the field. They do have half of our team that they brought down there with Project Pat. Likely is down there. It's a bunch of guys down there with them now, and I wish them the best.
They stole the punter.
They even took the punter with them.
Punter.
I didn't know they took the punter too.
They took the punter, man.
They took the punter. Come on, Harbaugh. You could have left the punter down here. But once again, I wish them the best, but I do think they're going to struggle a little bit. We're talking about somebody that most certainly needs to perform this year, and the pressure is on. And Jackson Dart, he doesn't even know exactly where he's going to throw the football at yet. So, do they have a running back there, Scatterbull? Sure, he might be there for about 4 games if he doesn't figure out a way to get down and get away from that contact. Because once again, they're going to make a mixtape out of him if he wants to keep on running head up with him. Tell me about the Giants' defense.
So, Arvell Reese getting drafted there was a steal when they got him, lining him up. And then you got Abdul Carter, you got Thibodeau still there. You got a bunch of guys down there. That defensive line is scary. One of the best defensive lines, if not the best defensive line in football. And that's going to win them some games. So
they're going to be able to lean on that defense.
Yeah, they are. So maybe Jackson Dart doesn't have to do that much and just kind of be a game manager. But we'll see if that's the direction that Harbaugh goes in.
All right. So now let's get to the top 4, man. What you think?
I got the Eagles finishing first. I'm going to go with the Cowboys finishing second. I'm going to go with the Giants finishing third. And it's still hard for me to call them the Commanders because they'll always be the Redskins to me. But we'll go with the Redskins finishing last.
Man, it's going to hurt a lot of people's hearts, man, hearing that
I know.
that
I'm
R
sorry.
word.
I believe in Jaden Daniels, but this is just not their year.
Well, so this is what I'm thinking about this division. Shout out to my man Felix down there. I got you, man. Dallas finishing up number 1 this year in that division. I have Philly finishing up number 2, the Giants finishing up number 3, and of course the Commanders because of the injury situation. You know what? No, I'm still going to keep them down there at the 4th spot. I just don't think that they have enough firepower in the backfield and on the line to keep up with that whole situation there. So we'll see how it pans out. I hope they make me into,
Yeah, I'm rooting for them.
But
I don't got a reason not to. They're
we'll
not
see.
in our division. I don't got no hate against the Commanders.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
me neither. So let's see. Now we had to talk about fantasy and who's the greatest player at their position in this division. This is going to be a tough one for you, man. Who you think the best quarterback is in this division?
I'm going to go with, give me Jalen Hurts. I can't say. Jaden Daniels
Let me
is
see what
getting
the
close.
odds are on this thing here.
But it's Jalen Hurts for me.
Jalen Hurts. All right. Well, if you had to give me a pick here, I'm going to have to go with Dak Prescott. I think he may be making the most money.
I forgot about Dak. I was thinking about the other.
That's okay. You can take him. I'm going to take him.
Yeah,
Nope, you can't have Dak. I got Dak making the most money. Dak putting up the most yards. Dak is throwing the ball down there in Dallas, for sure.
Nah, Dak's the best quarterback in the NFC East.
You want to retract that
Yeah,
statement?
I'm going to retract that statement.
Okay, then Dak, you get a unanimous decision here on the 410 show. Parlay Tay said he cannot let that rest.
No.
All right, Tay, so tell me about number 2.
That one's easier. That one's Saquon.
Who's the number 2? No,
Oh,
number 2 quarterback.
is Jalen Hurts, yeah.
You take Hurts?
Yeah, I will.
I'm going with Jaden Daniels, number 2, over Hurts. I like Hurts, but I don't feel like he's a better quarterback than Jaden Daniels. I feel like he may be a better athlete than Jaden Daniels, but a quarterback, I seen Jaden Daniels put some throws in there, in what they say, thread the needle. I seen him threading the needle.
An actual quarterback, yes, Jaden Daniels. But if I need somebody to win the game, I want Jalen Hurts over.
Parlay Tay, I can't let you retract on all of these.
I'm just saying, if I need somebody to win the game, I'm going with Jalen Hurts.
Oh man, you in the Philly special. So look, all right, running back. You said something, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and elaborate.
Saquon.
Saquon.
Okay.
It is a unanimous decision. It's definitely Saquon Barkley in this division now. Wide receiver. Tell me what you think about that. Could be a debate there.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's definitely a debate here. I'm gonna say CD Lamb though.
You taking CD Lamb?
Yeah.
Give me Scary Terry, right down the street. I'm gonna take Terry McLaurin. I think he's going to have a big year down there now. He has some help. Stephon Diggs is down there, so I know they got to look after him. Now he's going to be open. I think they're going to have some action, and they're going to have to score down there. That's the thing about this division. You cannot win this division unless you score some points. So I think he's going to have a big year. So I'm going to go with Scary Terry, man. And he's making a couple dollars too, Parlay Tay.
I think you're trying to go viral with that one.
No, man. I think Scary Terry's the man. Shout out Ohio State. What about tight end world, man? We got to get into the tight end university. What do you think about tight
end? Let's see. We got Goddard. You got Likely. You got, I'm not sure who the Commanders one is. And Jake Ferguson. I would say Goddard, definitely.
You think Goddard?
Yeah.
That's not a bad pick. Goddard is getting a little older, so that is a concern of mine. I would take, man, this is going to be tough for me to say it, but I think I'm going to have to do it, man. I got to take Jake Ferguson, man.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
I got to take Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
I saw him have some big games last year, and, did he make the Pro Bowl last year?
I'm not sure. He might have.
We got to check. I think
maybe
he might.
We could check.
We got to check that. But Jake Ferguson would be my pick here. And once again, high-octane offense. I know he's going to get the ball because they got to stick CD. They got to stick Pickens. Who's going to be open in the middle of the field? Big year on tap for Mr. Ferguson. So appreciate everybody that stood by and watched us talk about the NFC East. We need all of your support. And we love the fact that you are sitting here watching us. But please, we need you to like. We need you to share. We need you to make sure that they're doing the same thing because we need your support down here at the 410. Big plans down here. So once again, we appreciate all of your support. I love you all. Stay tuned. We're going to continue with this NFC preseason marathon. We got to cover the rest of these divisions. So we'll be right back with the rest of those. We're going to be posting those as soon as we get them done. So once again, thank you for your time. We'll see you all soon.